LJ. I was down, what, 900 in this account? Shush. Here's the squeeze. All right, be right back. This is a squeeze point right here. This is where we can see the squeeze. The squeezy. The key level, this 38. We break above this, we can squeeze up the VWAP. All right, let's get the squeeze up. Come on now. Get the real return to value going here. I'd like to see a back test long here. There it is. Come on. Keep going. There it is. Yes. Beautiful trade. Beautiful. Finally. Okay. Now we're coming up to 500. That's going to be Globex VWAP and lower band on the week. Tony, good morning. Welcome to the shit show. Glad you could join us. I'd be shocked if this thing didn't get to VWAP first. Here it comes. 20 points. The B plus setup. Might be messy. Ah, good call, Tony. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm going to see what it does here. Sure seems like they want to push it through, doesn't it? All right, well, VWAP Bounce short. There it is. I don't know how big of a sell-off we'll get, but good 30 points. Anybody grab it? I grabbed it for a little scalp. Nice, Jake. Nice setup. That open, man, I've been getting clobbered in the open as of late. Clobbered. Clobbered. I don't know, Tony. What changed? I don't know. I'm changing. Stop changing. The irony, Tony, is I told myself I wasn't going to trade it, and then I couldn't help myself. So, lack of discipline over the last 2 weeks in the open. So, mark my words. I will follow what I tell myself I'm going to do tomorrow. Yeah, Danny triggered me. I also have Tim. Tim's giving it to me. He's sticking the knife in and twisting it. The only comments out of Tim this morning have been all that teaching. Practice what you preach. It's coming down on me hard, man. Tim's ragging on me, man. I mean, he's right. I'm not saying he's wrong. It's just, it's a lot of truth for me at 10:20 in the morning. But here we are. All right, back to this LVN again. No text is expected. There's also no Q&A. So it's tempting to take it again. Feel like it's gonna accelerate. All right, looks like it's breaking back below this LVN at this point. Epic VWAP bounce short. All right. Not too shabby. VWAP is up at 9.75. We're a good 90 points away from the New York VWAP. We already went short. Are you talking about a fade value or extreme long from the lower band? Because it's not a VWAP bounce. VWAP bounce comes from the VWAP. RTH VWAP's up at oh no. Oh, I had my wrong screen on. Yeah, that'd be a good. Looks like it held, didn't it? All right. Sorry, I had the wrong screen on. My New York VWAP was actually on Globex for my evening stream. I forgot to switch it over. Did work. It's good 20 points at least. Where's my phone? Be right back.
probably expecting comments from the Fed part. Again, OPEC is expected, and the video is on the feed.
Yeah, there's different volume on the two products, Richie. That's why we watch NQ. We don't watch MNQ's VWAP or anything like that. We watch NQ and then trade MNQ based on what NQ is doing. Okay. We got an IB. Let's do a trader check-in, 10:30 a.m., guys. How we trading? How did we do? We base our trading off the minis because that's where the institutional volume is. They're not trading micros. Micros are retail heavy. So if we're looking to follow the institutional volume and orders, we'll look at the mini. All right, let's switch over. Oh man, Jake, what happened? Yeah, this is no, I don't, but I should create one. Monthly VWAP, weekly VWAP, Globex VWAP, weekly lower band, weekly upper band, key LVN off the composite, key LVN off the composite, monthly lower band. Fading.
Some sections of the labour market with the pressure.
Selling hard, huh? How do I do that thing where I can go? No. I always forget how to do this. Labels. There we go. There you go, Medics. That should help a lot. They're all listed out here on the right. Vicious. We're down to IB low here. Okay. Did we do a trader check-in? I feel like not that we didn't get that many traders checking in here. I just remember Jake being deep red. That's all I recall here. How the rest of us doing? Sucking wind. Yeah, it's been a tough kind of like week. I don't know, Jody's green. Scotch is doing well. Well, let's see. Makes me less inclined to take it the next time when it reverses that much right before it, JP? Getting ready for the leg down. Or is it going to chop around here a little bit first? Tim, you out there? How you doing, Tim? Tim was very upset with me. I want to make sure he's doing all right. Good. Awesome. All right, we're coming down to the LB IB low here. We do have quite the distribution form down here. Are we turning this 1.25 day down to a sure looks like it wants to bleed lower, doesn't it? But do have this LVN here, and we do have a pretty established distribution. So, and then we have monthly lower band right beneath it. I gotta take some size off here. Oof. All right. This is the okay, that's the touch. Could be messy here. Yeah. Wow. This has been NQ just melting through all key levels like it's business. Well, that's it for me. I'll watch the rest. I generally don't use tight stop losses, Alex. Not on NQ. You just wind up getting stopped out all the time and you wind up bleeding to death. So that's not what works for me in general. But I don't abandon everything I do just because I have a bad day or I have a bad week or if I have 2 bad weeks. All right. That's what most traders do. They have a bad time and they change everything. Right. I stick to my system. I trade the same no matter what. Guys, that's what trading is. You have good days, you have bad days. You trade the same way every day. Some days it goes well, some days it doesn't. Right. You don't just switch it up every time it doesn't go well or every week you bad week. Most new traders are like, oh, that didn't work, or I had a bad day. I got to change everything. Tighter stop losses. Alex, you should read the book if you haven't read the book, but I talk about that exact paradigm. You have a bad day, a bad week, and then you start adding more rules, and then you strangle your trading. And things don't get better, they get worse. But I'm not going to switch everything I do just because I have a couple of bad days or a bad week. You know, I'd love to come up here and just show you incredible trading live every single day. I would love nothing more than to be able to do that, but this is the reality of trading. Good days, bad weeks, bad days. Some people have bad months, bad multiple months. I know some very good traders that lost over $1 million last month, and these guys are very profitable traders. So, you know, just because we go red and we have bad trades and bad days, If you can't wrap your head around that, trading might not be for you. I just want to win too. I want to win all the time. I want to win every day, make money every day, like it's an ATM machine that just prints out money for me. That is not what happens. Would I still take the IB low that was lined up with an LVN and monthly lower band all in the same spot? Again, bet your ass. I love that setup. And it works more often than it doesn't. So I can't take the one time it doesn't work and be like, oh man, this setup doesn't work. I'm not doing that anymore. I do it all the time. Generally, it works very well. Is it frustrating? Yes, but I come back, pack it up, and come back tomorrow, just like I do every day, just like I've done every day for years. When NQ is just bleeding through levels with no bounces, there's really not much of a short entry. You can chase it short, but chasing, I know from my statistics, usually doesn't work for me. So, is what it is. Here we are. Yes, risk management is very important, but also if you're too tight with your risk, you can strangle your trading and you just bleed to death. Paper cut after paper cut as you go redder and redder. Slowly, not fast, like one big loss, but you just bleed out. So, finding that balance where you can let your trades work, but also not strangle yourself. Well, the good news is, Dave, that prop firms already help us manage risk, right? You're not actually losing. I didn't just actually lose $2,000. I actually just lost $49. So I'm going to survive, you know? The beauty of prop firms. Dow's going straight down too. No bounces. Yes, absolutely, Dave. And I talk about that quite often. What I do in a cash account is very different than how I trade prop firms. And also, often with the evaluations, I swing pretty hard to get them passed fast. With Apex, they don't want you having a bigger stop loss than like 5-1, believe it or not. So as long as you're not showing that all of your trades are, you don't have to have a hard stop loss in, no. Thanks, Josh. Well, there's nothing below us. So not many setups here. Try back test short. Be right back. Yeah, class is at 12:30. Group coaching 12:30. I am done trading here. I will not be taking any more trades. I did well in 2 accounts, did very poorly in 2 others. So mixed bag again.
We're seeing some commentary out of the IMF. Strains in US economy starting to mount. IMF expecting
A little bit of a squeeze here, maybe.
US in the fourth quarter from previous forecast of 1.9%, due partly to the government shutdown. IMF says the lack of data has complicated the IMF's ability to assess the state of the US economy. The US inflation is on path toward the Federal Reserve's 2% target, but tariffs and other factors pose upside risks. Slowing US immigration inflows, tariffs, and broader policy uncertainty that have weighed on activity. IMF's discussion on
Right to that LVN.
have been delayed by the government shutdown. No new date yet. IMF despite anchored inflation expectations, higher prices in the US are causing pain for certain sectors of society. US orders sell $3 billion in 3-month bills on November 17th, settling on November 20th. 6-month bills are selling $77 billion. They're also selling $19 billion in.
So about $400 in the cash account.
On November 20th, settling on November 20th.
I'll withdraw that.
16 billion in 20-year bonds, November 19th, settling on December 1st.
Up we go from here. That'd be nice.
Indian Screen has been reappointed as an external member of the NPC for a second term.
Roman, I got some videos. That's a full lesson in and of itself. So I recommend checking out those videos. Watch this video. Back down it goes. That was your bounce. I don't know. Jake. You're welcome, Roman. I like the idea. What's the weekly chart looking like, or the daily? This looks like very much like it looked in November last year. It was here. Volatility is back. This is what it looked like before we had the big sell-off. Do you guys remember this? This was December through January of last year. We were going up and down by 1,000 points. Down here is 21,400 up to 23, a couple thousand points. Look at the weekly. Ooh, we just turned red on the week. More downside incoming.
For those interested, we've posted the Wall Street Journal piece on Verizon's job cuts on the feed for those interested.
Oh, look at the weekly. Crazy. We're certainly due for a bigger, this is the reddest week we've had since April. It was last week. We tried to bounce this week. Not happening. Oh, good, Jezza. Good to hear. What's that noise? All right. Do a little Dom scalp here. And then we have a distribution forming at least a little bit. Let's see. That looked like a back test of the monthly band, didn't it? CVD higher? I don't know. Looks like lower low, lower high. Oh, higher low. Yeah. Higher low. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's finished printing yet to draw that conclusion. On the 1 minute, I don't think it's. And 55. Yeah, no, I see it. I just don't think on the 1 minute, it's really, we're still kind of at it, aren't we?
Bet this 4-week bills total 295 spot 4.
Yeah, I don't think so yet. It's well, there's the monthly lower band again. But we seem to be chopping up and around it. So is where they squeeze out all the shorts. All right, guys. Well, we have group coaching in about an hour and 15 minutes. If you guys want to join that. Yeah, everything feels like the next squeeze up. I know. Oh, I know. Starting to form a head and shoulders on NVIDIA. That's not a good sign. Let's look at the. Also starting to look like it here. But we've held this. This is the anchored VWAP from the low in April. Oh yeah, earnings too. Even though they've been smashing earnings. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a day here. Mixed bag. Terrible in a couple accounts, really well in a couple other accounts. Mixed bag. But that's why I move from account to account. Hedge my risk a little bit so I don't ruin everything in one account. Tomorrow, no gainers out of the open. I mean it this time. I only kind of half meant it this morning. Yeah, shut your dirty mouth, Danny. I only half meant it. Frustrating. Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest couple weeks, but that's all right. I just requested a payout on Apex. I'll pay some bills. Hopefully I can get one on this Top Step here soon. Cash account's doing well, so we'll keep it plugging away. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live stream. 10 a.m. for the delayed YouTube. For those of you in the premium Discord, we're about to go into group coaching at 12:30. For For those of you on YouTube, you can grab that with a free trial. And I'll see you guys in about an hour and 10 minutes. Have a wonderful morning. If you're going to keep on trading, manage your risk, stay sharp, head on over to the voice channels in the premium Discord. Share your mic, share your screens, collaborate. See if you can figure out what the next trade in this down market is. Have a wonderful day, guys.